Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart and welcome to my channel. I'm happy you're here, and what I've got going on here is a Lazy Susan that is in the reject pile. Now I've never got to the point where I let something fully dry and then say, at least for a Lazy Susan, and say, yeah, that's not going to work. My Multi-Pro, or should I call it the Bubbleliciousness, just percolated so many spots that I even with my valiant effort to try to get them off, there's all kinds of marks, just marks all over this thing. There is no way this is sellable. Frankly, it's a mess. You may not see what I'm seeing here, but it's not good. So, I don't know how this is going to work, but I invested in a vacuum pump and chamber, and I put my remainder Multi-Pro in it to let the bubbles percolate out. Hopefully. So in an act of sheer desperation to try to remove bubbles out of my Multi-Pro, I purchased a vacuum pump and cylinder, and this is what it did. This is on 7 times the speed, just to show you the bubbles that were in there. I did that 2 days ago, and the paint's been sitting, and we'll see what happens. So, fingers crossed. My color palette over here, I'll talk through it as I go through laying it down, just so you know. Normally I have this either varnished or kills with primer, but this has already got a coat of paint on it, so I'm not going to do anything to it, just going to pour right over the top of it. Actually, what it does is it lays down another solid barrier between the Lazy Susan and the new paint pour. Just so you know, the back I always prepare like this. I tape all the way up to the edge, which might be hard to see, but right up to the edge, and then I put plastic around, and then I tape this secure. So you can't spin this. So when I spin this on the spinner, it's the spinner underneath that's doing the work, not the Lazy Susan spinning. Okay, so without any further ado, let me get my new, hopefully bubble-free pillow down and see how this goes. I didn't tell you this, but what happened was I had done 2 pours, and I scraped them both. And then, I don't know what happened. Oh, I think I put it on the dryer thinking it was going to take care of the problem. And, no, it didn't take care of the problem. I see, I already have a bubble. So I got so ticked off. I literally went out that day and I got some Glidden paint. And I've been using the Glidden. I have not used it on a turntable yet. So everyone, stay tuned to the end because I have the easiest, simplest way of removing the tape after resining at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. Okay, this is the Amsterdam Sky Blue Light with Artez's Pearl Glacier Blue. Let's lay some of this down. Now you also have to let your paint sit a little bit, because if you just mix these up, then you're going to have some problems. And even while I mix these, I didn't mix these up fresh. I just added to this paint mixture this morning. It's still got some air bubbles in it. See the bubbles? And this is Artist Loft Aqua Green. Probably should put this in the vacuum chamber. And we'll see how this works, because I really like the Multi-Pro. I really do like it. It's really nice and smooth and creamy, and it's already constituted. You don't have to do anything special. Like even with the Glidden that I bought, you gotta mix it up. which, I mean, okay, hardship. I've got to mix up some paint. Not a big deal, but the Multi-Pro is just, to me, got the perfect consistency right out of the can and without mixing anything up. And that's my gold combination, 24 karat by DecoArt and iridescent gold by Golden. Gosh, I hope I have enough paint. And I'm going to put another dose of that in there too. Okay, oh, I didn't tell you the paints. This was Artist Loft's Aqua Green, my gold combination, which is 24 karat by DecoArt, and iridescent gold by Golden. This is Anthraquinone Blue by Golden. I haven't used this color in a while, and I loved it when I did, and it's like, what happened? I saw somebody using it, and I thought, oh, I got to get that back out again. Okay, back to the Aqua Green. And then last color is my Payne's Gray combination, which is a combination of Arteza's and Golden's Payne's Gray. Yeah, I had two beautiful, beautiful Lazy Susans. And I had to scrape them off. That's paint's coming through there. I had to scrape them because they were just what this looks like. Okay, cell activator. So I've got my American Floetrol cell activator here. I'm gonna clear. First, I've got my Berta, little Berta. I think it's 1,000 watts off of Amazon. Cell activator, white, then black. I got my step stool over here. Step up on it as I get ready to blow this out. And let's hope I get a good, successful blowout. Okay, cell activator. This is my American Floetrol cell activator video 141. I have an 8-minute video with the recipe and creation linked above if you'd like to see it. The white. It's haloing up nicely. Black. Get ready with the hair dryer, and here we go. Let's hope for a good blowout. High and cool. Okay, we're a little off center. I don't know what happened there. All right, you know what, we'll let this sit tight for a second. Okay, I'm gonna trust that as this starts to spread, that the middle will start coming back, and I can see it already is coming back, so let's just break up the surface tension here. So for the remainder of the video, I'm going to cut out anything that's repetitive or unnecessary, but you won't miss anything pertinent. I'll give it a gentle spin, and we'll see where we are, and I'll let it just start to stretch, and it'll tell me what I need to do next. But basically, I need to get all the paints to the edges, get the composition where I want it, and then spin it out. All right, got that in the wings, ready to go. Gentle, gentle spin. Somehow I ended up a little off center in the blowout. But you know what? That doesn't bother me. I mean, being a little off center is not a big deal. What's most important is that as this composition is spreading and developing, that it's spreading at an even rate across the top. For me, that's how I like to do it. I like to see all the pillow spreading out about the same equidistant as we go here. Oh boy, I love that aqua green in there. It's just gorgeous. Not thrilled about that section, but let's see how this all develops. Let's give it another spin. I don't need to put any more pillow right now. A little faster. Actually, let's slow it down just a little bit. That was a little exuberant. I'll either be speeding up or cutting out some of the spinning as well. Okay, so I'm getting real close here. Kind of even it up a bit. And by the way, this pillow is marvelous. My little bubble machine doesn't seem to be so horribly infected. There's some bubbles, but there's going to be some bubbles anyway, just from the process of pouring. Okay, let's give it a little tilt this way. Give it a spin. All right, so we have some contact to the edge of center. So as I'm spinning this out and cutting out some portions, what I'm trying to do here is just make sure that everything is pushing to the edges as evenly as possible. All right, I'm just gonna let it go here. I'll tell you what, have I popped one bubble yet? No. I do see a couple white spots, but not like what I was dealing with. I'm cutting out here portions of cleaning up the bottom. We are off the edges, sides. Let's let this thing go out. Then I'll think about composition. You know, this spot here, it actually brings a little bit of different interest to it. Not that I would have chosen to have that, but it's there, and I'm not going to necessarily get it off. Actually, what's happening is that some of the blue is coming through from underneath, which is cool. As I mentioned in prior videos, that this paint is so tacky. It's like you touch it, it's like glue. Here I'm just dunking the toothpick into the center to see how much of the paint is still on there, to see if I'm good to go or whether I need to spin some more. So I have that much paint. I still have some spinning to do. I need about 2/3 of that. Okay, I'm going to do a quick cleanup of the bottom. So what I like to do in the negative space is add a little palette knife work, just for a little interest. I'm going to go fast forward through this. I do a lot of looking at this in the meantime, but I'm going to cut all that out. Gentle spin, just to kind of level that part out. Always watch where your hands are, watch where your tools are. I like the negative space I've got built in. Just going to clean up the bottom. Okay, with the exception of just cleaning up the bottom, I'm going to call this done. I'll get you back for a flyover here in a second. So I'm just taking a brief moment here to show you that I discovered a few Lazy Susans ago a much easier way of removing this tape and not using a chisel. Check this out. So as you see, I've already pulled it back around the edges. Little X-Acto knife. Look at that. Little heat gun. No chisel. Cuts through like butter. Little heat. Always put your heat gun up. And the heat helps this knife cut through like butter. Steady pressure. Just keep it flat and level. Steady push. That's it. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I mentioned in the prior video about functional art, once I self-taught myself how to create Lazy Susans, trays, clocks, jar lids, all the different things that you see on my channel, I was able to go to one of the local stores downtown who loved my pieces. And I now sell through several art stores. I don't have to do pop-ups. I don't have to haul my stuff around, load it up, risk damaging it. They sell it for me, which is such a beautiful, nice arrangement. It's given me a great motivation to keep creating, and I've had to actually really think about how to more efficiently create more. So I hope that tip helps. I'll probably do more of a full video on that specifically in the future. Oh, and if you're new here, please subscribe, hit the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. Leave a thumbs up and a comment, and then I can get to know you a little bit. Thanks a lot, everybody. Stay tuned for my playlist coming up right now.